Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. Hopefully, I'm not too bright, but just enough for y'all to see me. Okay. Today, we are going to be talking about acne and face. Now, I wanted to continue on this because we already talked about like acne and serum, acne and face mask and all of that. And I think face wash as well, we talked about. So, we kind of went through the line of talking about acne and face washes, the proper serums or how to use serums for acne. And then we talked about mask for acne, and now we're going to be talking about moisturizers for acne. One that we didn't talk about yet is toners. So we'll get into that probably in the next live. All right. So we're going to jump right into this. Hold on. Let me get my notes up. Y'all know I'll be trying to have my notes up. Okay. I know I was a little blah in yesterday's live, but we got some rest last night. So we should be a little bit better. Okay. Got our coffee. Okay. Anyways, let's jump into this. All right. So, a lot of the times there is this misunderstanding that you need to moisturize less or not moisturize at all when it comes to acne. And there are a few reasons why I can understand people would think that. Number one, usually if you have acne, you are oily skin, so why add more oil to the skin and clog your pores even more, causing more acne? And then secondly, that same understanding of clogging the pores, like you don't want anything that's going to clog the pores, so you would put nothing extra on your face or less on your face, right? And this is where people mess up, okay? Um, a lot of the active ingredients as well that are in acne products like benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, and other things like that, a lot of the times they take from the skin, right? Or they'll dry you out sometimes. And if you're not properly putting that moisture back into the skin, you're causing more harm than good, okay? Now, when it comes to the type of moisturizer you use for acne, there are some key things that you do want to look out for. There are some key things that you do want to keep in mind. And we're gonna jump into all that. But you do want to make sure that when it comes to acne that you are moisturizing, okay? Don't think not to moisturize because you don't want to add any extra. Moisturize, all right? So let's jump into this, okay? So, hydration balances out oils, all right? Just like I previously stated, if you are if your skin is not balanced, it's going to promote more oil. That's just what's going to happen. And that's why you want to make sure you are moisturizing so that you balance out those oils and therefore you're not overproducing to compensate for what you are missing. All right. Now, the type of face moisturizer you want to use when it comes to moisturizers for acne is a lightweight moisturizer. You don't want to go for heavy creams. You don't want to go for anything super thick. You want to keep it a lightweight moisturizer. So when you're out and about in the beauty world, whether it's Ulta, whether it's Target, whether it's um, Walmart, CVS, whatnot, you want to really look at the label and see number one, does it say lightweight moisturizer? Okay. And number two, look at that consistency. Okay. It should almost be like water like. All right. One of my favorite, of course, right now that you guys are probably know that I'm obsessed right now with is the Good Molecules Lightweight Daily Moisturizer. Hands down, it's very inexpensive. I think it's like $12, 10 or $12 for a tube, and a little bit of it goes a long way. And it is very moisturizing yet lightweight. It is perfect for someone who has oily skin. Okay. So you want to make sure you are using something lightweight when it comes to acne. All right. Do you guys have any questions so far? Let's take a little coffee break. Let's take a little coffee break. Mm-hmm. You guys have any questions for me? Okay. No? All right. Let's continue on. Let's continue on with this. All right. So Another reason why it is important to use moisturizer when it comes to acne is that it also helps to protect the skin layer. Sorry, the skin barrier. And I stated this before that a lot of the ingredients in products are actives, right? You got salicylic acid, you got benzoyl peroxide, you got so many actives when it comes to acne that they can disrupt the skin barrier, right? So if you're not properly replenishing the skin with moisture, you're going to have some skin barrier issues, okay? So it is important that you are moisturizing. Therefore, you're supporting that skin barrier. Also, retinols, those also can weaken the skin barrier. So it's important that you are using moisturizers that also repair the skin barrier and that support the skin barrier. And this is another reason why I say when it comes to moisturizers, you want to make sure that you are using moisturizers that have great ingredients in it, okay? So circling back to the good molecules. The good molecules has avocado oil in it, it has shea butter in it, and it has I can't remember the other ingredients, but it has a lot of great ingredients in it that support the moisture of the skin, okay? That give that skin what it needs. So it protects the skin barrier, all right? Because you're using a lot sometimes when it comes to acne and the active ingredients that come with it. So you definitely want to make sure that you're protecting that barrier. Okay. Before we go into anything else, anybody want to say anything? Anybody want to say, oh, you guys like my plant babies? I got my plant babies. All right, let's go ahead and let's continue. So, just to recap, because I see we have some new people in here, okay? Um, we went over point one, which is the reason why you want to make sure you're moisturizing with acne is because it balances out that oil in the skin, making sure you stay hydrated. And number two, it helps to protect the skin barrier because you are using a lot of actives usually when it comes to acne, all right? So now we're going to jump into three. Number three is that it reduces irritation and breakouts. Um, so if your skin is dried out, right? So if your skin is dried out and you're using all these actives, it's going to cause more irritation to the acne. The acne is already inflamed. It needs something to soothe it. All right. That's why people will put like aloe on their acne. People will put like those little like creams or even neosporin on acne, okay? Because you want to put a barrier on that acne, on that skin and help to soothe it. If your skin has no moisture and it's dry and it's overproducing, it's going to cause irritation and even more breakouts, okay? So it is very important to moisturize. And this leads into the next one, which is number four. Um, it prevents rebound acne. So just like I said from, point three, it causes more acne. When you are already irritated, your skin is overcompensating with more oil, what is going to happen? You're going to start having more breakouts. And we don't want that. I don't know about you, but we don't want that, okay? Um, so keeping your skin moisturized and keeping that moisture layer, sorry, the hydration levels, keeping the hydration balance within the skin is going to help re oh my goodness, I can't talk. It's going to help reduce breakouts, okay? So yeah. What's next in these notes? Okay. Also, too, when you are properly moisturized, it helps out with the rest of your skincare routine with acne. So it really helps your treatments do what they need to do. And that's the thing too. If you're going to be spending money on treatments, whether it's going to someone professionally or getting a product and doing it at home, you want to make sure you are making your treatments work for you. It is pointless to spend money and to use something and you're not letting it work in its full capacity, right? If you are skipping steps, cutting corners with your skin, you're going to end up seeing that. And what's the point? You don't want to waste your money, right? So, having well balanced skin and also making sure that it's moisturized is only going to add to your other parts of your skincare doing its best as well. Okay. So, hydration is a major part of how all the other pieces come together, if you will. In general, when it comes to skincare, every piece matters. Every piece comes together and create what you want to see. It creates this, right? It creates the smooth skin, it creates the even skin, it creates the clear skin, the less breakouts, but it's all a system that you have to use together. Another reason why I felt like this was a good like series to talk about, not only because you guys know I have, and let me throw it up so you guys can see it, the Clear Skin Playbook, but the reason why I also wanted to get back into touching on each of these steps when it comes to acne is because if you don't know how the individual pieces work, you can't get the full scope of how it all comes together in the end when it comes to your skin, right? Cleanser plays its own role, toner plays its own role, serums, treatments, face masks, they all play their own role, but collectively they're going to give you the results in which you need. And the more you know when it comes to the pieces, if you will, or the steps, if you will, then the clearer the picture is for you when you are on your skin journey and wanting to get to where you want to get to. Okay. I know that was probably a little bit, but listen, stay with me. All right. Stay with me. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and pause for a second. Do you guys want to ask any questions before we continue? And then this is the Clear Skin Playbook, of course. It is available on my shop. If you missed the sale, you missed the sale. It was up for like $7, but it is 12. Okay. While we're on a little break, if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to throw that link in the chat for you so that you can go ahead and get your hands on it. Okay. Um, and I created the Clear Skin Playbook because it is a quick snapshot of what you need to know in order for you to start that journey of figuring out how to clear your skin. Okay. Y'all know my story of when I had acne and my battle with acne. Listen, there were a lot of pieces that I had to learn on my own because you had to really learn the things. Hold on, give me a second. Let me throw this into the chat. Hold on. So you guys have that to click on. Okay, so that is the Clear Skin Playbook. It is in the chat. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue on. I don't want to lecture too much about my Clear Skin Playbook. Not too much, not too much, but it is a great tool for you guys, and I do want you guys to take full advantage of it as well. Okay, so all right, let's continue. Oh my goodness, my eye is itching. Commercial break, commercial break. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the next thing when it comes to looking for moisturizers for acne. All right, we're gonna talk about that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I made my coffee strong today. Okay, I see I wasn't playing this today. All right, so let's jump into what to look for in an acne safe moisturizer. So when you are in the store, it doesn't matter what store it is, or this is what you want to look for. All right, let's just get to the point, right? When you're looking at that packaging, you want to make sure that it is non-comedogenic. What non-comedogenic means is that it does not clog your pores, okay? It does not sit on the skin. It is not heavy. It does not have ingredients in it that can cause your skin to overproduce more, all right? So you want to make sure you look for non-comedogenic um, ingredient. Two, you want to look for something that is oil free or has a gel or lotion like texture. For me, I like more lotion type textures. Not really too much into gel, more gel for cleansing my face, but moisturizer, more of a lotion texture, like a lightweight lotion texture. Um, but you want to stay away from oil. So you want to make sure that it is an oil free moisturizer, which I'm kind of going to say this on because the one that I'm using by the not the ordinary. Oh my goodness, I cannot think this morning. The one that I'm using by the Good Molecules has avocado oil in it. So it does have a little bit of oil in it, but it's nothing crazy, okay? But you don't want to get like dry skin oil content. So you don't want to get where it has too much oil in it, all right? The next thing you want to look for, so you want to look out for ingredients like niacinamide. If you know, you know, niacinamide is one of my favorite ingredients. It helps to control oil and it calms the skin as well. The next ingredient that you want to look for is hyaluronic acid. And hyaluronic acid is good at moisturizing without clogging the pores, okay? The next one that you want to look for is ceramides. Ceramides are great at repairing the barrier of the skin. And aloe. Okay, aloe is another one. You guys heard it probably a million times. People who use aloe aloe for acne is pretty popular, so that is another one. Okay, so those are some ingredients to look for when you are looking at moisturizers for acne. And then of course you have the usual where they'll have like the salicylic acid in them, the benzoyl peroxide, and the other acne treating ingredients. But just to make sure it is much of a well balanced lightweight moisturizer for you, those are some of the ingredients as well that you can look into, okay? So we're going to take another little break. Do you guys have any questions for me? I have my notes because I got to stay focused. I be feeling like when it comes to lives, I be all over the place. All over the place, okay? All over the place. And then I'm going to throw up Clear Skin Playbook, the Clear Skin Playbook for you guys. It is in the chat. It is um, definitely linked. And while we're in the midst of all that as well, the Clear Skin Playbook does have a skin type quiz in it, and it has an acne type quiz in there as well. Because little do people know there are not just different types of skin types, okay, but there are different type of acne types as well. And people don't be knowing. There's not just one type of acne. There are different types of acne. The severity of acne can go from just very mild to extreme cases, okay? And I've seen extreme cases of acne. Definitely, I've seen it, you know, and that's for me. There has been times where I see extreme cases of acne and I'm just like, yeah, you got to go see a dermatologist, okay? Because something else may be, you know, out of whack in the body. But yeah, definitely. So in the Clear Skin Playbook, you guys see the little that I got leaves growing out my head. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna go back to the regular screen. We're gonna go back to the regular screen. I just put it up so you guys can see the Clear Skin Playbook and get your hands on the link there. All right. So do you guys have any questions? So I'll go ahead and talk about a few of my favorite moisturizers for acne, or moisturizers that I currently use. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, all right, what I use is strictly based off of where my skin stands at this moment. So just a little snapshot of what's going on personally with my skin is that I barely break out now. Hold on. Knock on wood, okay? I barely have any breakouts. My breakouts are probably one done and they're far and few. So what I use now is more geared to keeping the skin clear. So good molecules. And speaking of, since we have a time, I'm going to actually pin the products that I use currently, my favorite moisturizers currently. So I'm going to do that while I talk about it really quickly. I can't see the screen. So if you guys have any questions or they pop up, give me a second and I will get to it. But Good Molecules Daily Lightweight Moisturizer, hands down, one of the best inexpensive moisturizers I highly suggest. Okay. If you listen, if you have not gotten your hands on that, what are you waiting for? All right. The next one that I like to use is Derma E Vitamin C Serum. Now, y'all know if you've been rocking, not serum, I do like to use the serum, but we're talking about moisturizers. Is the Derma E Vitamin C moisturizer my favorite? Vitamin C is what I use to keep my skin clear and to balance out. Okay, come on, auto touch. Um, Hold on, you guys. Let me. Why does it keep auto correcting me? Oh my goodness. Auto correct is cool, but not when I'm trying to write out something. Vitamin C. Can't y'all see? I don't have the patience for technology. Okay, anyways. So I like to use the Derma Vitamin C serum, but also the moisturizer because it helps to just keep my skin as clear as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and they have, which one is this one? And why is it on sale for, is that the smaller bottle? That must be this. So I'll put both of them for you guys. You guys can see them both. Anyways, so yeah, I like to use those two products, either between the Vitamin C by Derma E or the Good Molecules Lightweight Moisturizer. So the lightweight moisturizer is cool for every day, and then the vitamin C has that the vitamins. The Derma E vitamin C has that vitamin C because it, number one, it boosts collagen production, it brightens and evens out your skin tone. And one of the things about after dealing with acne, and I'm going to end up working on a clear skin playbook too because I really want to zone in on how to clear scarring. But that is part two, and I cannot express it enough. When people are going through acne, I say this time and time again, you don't want to worry about the scarring at first. You want to worry about, or you want to concentrate on slowing down the breakouts, figuring out why you're breaking out. And then once you get the breakouts under control, you can start to use products geared more for fading those scars. And the other reason why I say this is because when you are trying to, when you're in the process of brain, when you are in the process of clearing your acne, you're using active ingredients like salicylic acid and all that, right? But then on the other hand of it, if you are also at the same time talking about some, okay, I'm going to clear up these scars, that can lead you to using other ingredients that don't combine well with ingredients for um, acne. And this is where you can mess up your skin barrier. This is where you can overuse actives and things of that sort. So I just say concentrate on clearing the acne and then going into clearing up the scarring. The beauty about this is that when you are in the process of clearing up the acne, a lot of what you're doing with your daily skincare routine, being consistent and slowing down the breakouts, is that that's already going to start to help with reducing and clearing the scars that you do have. Right. So by the time you get to clearing that out and you move on to the next phase of fading more of that away, it's not going to be heavy lifting, if you will. Like it's going to be pretty easy to get into fading that scars or fading hyperpigmentation or whatnot because you already did a lot of the work with your skincare by clearing out the acne. Okay. Not to make any of this difficult, but like I said, it's all a system with acne, and I can't stress that enough. Like acne, dealing with it is a system. It is a step by step. Okay, this is not an overnight type of thing. This is not a you're going to use one product and your skin is going to be being looking its best. It's not. And not only that, acne is going to be a forever keeping your skin clear forever. Okay, because I know with me, if I am not consistent with my skincare routine, with managing my stress, my skin is going to go right back to what it was, and we don't want that. I work too hard to get where I'm at. I refuse. Okay, right. Any questions? Let me see what time is it real quick. It is 12:46. I feel like time has been going by so slow. Yesterday and today, I feel like time is going by so slow. I don't know if something happened or what, but I feel like time is just creeping. Oh my goodness. Do you guys have any questions for me? No? Okay. I'm going to pop up my Clear Skin playbook again so you guys can see. You guys can see. Let me take this one. Mm-hmm. I went to the store and got some cookies to bake and some ice cream because I've been wanting cookies and ice cream. Okay? That's what we're going to have later on. And I look forward to it. Mm-hmm. No questions? No questions? All right. So let me hit on some key things when it comes to moisturizers and acne. All right. Let's hit on a few key things or a few common questions I feel would be a thing. Um, I'm just gonna have these off the top of my head. One would be how often to moisturize. That's a question, right? A lot of people have that question of how often should I be moisturizing? Twice a day. Twice a day. And you do your step, you should be moisturizing your face. After you do your nice care routine and your step by step, you should be moisturizing your face. So pretty much twice a day. It shouldn't be no more than that. And I really wouldn't suggest it being any less than that. Okay. So that is a common question that you get. Another question that I get a lot when it comes to moisturizing acne prone skin is the use of oils. I was okay. Coconut oil did me good. I don't know. I don't know about y'all. Okay, some of y'all I have been yelled at in the comment section about using coconut oil on my face and I have acne. But I'm gonna tell you now, I've never had a problem with it. Okay, if anything, it has helped clear up my acne. All right. Of course, when it came to coconut oil, I did not use a lot of coconut oil. I used a little bit. You don't want to use too much. And I used it more so in a sealing manner. Even to today, I still use oils like rosehip oil, like um, what's the other oil? Bakuchulo oil, bakulo, however you pronounce it, oil. I would use a little jojoba oil and put it onto my face. I use oils, okay? Now, I don't use them in heavy moderation. A little couple of drops go a long way, just to seal in what I need to seal in. And I also use oils that have benefits, okay? I'm not just using or throwing minerals and all that on my face. I'm using rosehip seed oil. I'm using that other oil that I'm not going to even try to pronounce. I'm using oils that are going to add something to the skin, okay? But it is also very important to know how your skin functions with oils. If they don't do right with oils, don't use them, okay? If your skin flourishes from oils, use them, all right? And then you have the essential oils like tea tree oil, ice, you guys, and willow bark, okay? When it comes to the oils, especially the essentials, I rave about them because they have such a great benefit for acne. Tea tree, y'all know hands down, that is my homegirl, okay? Tea tree and me are like this. It has gotten me through so much. And even now, when in doubt, I tea tree it. When in doubt, I tea tree it. And that's anything. It can be an ingrown, it can be a pimple, it can be some type of irritation on the skin, it can be for my nails. Tea tree is a bottle that I will always have in my arsenal because it has so many great benefits. And if you don't have a bottle, what are you doing? What are you doing? I say that time and time again, right? So oils are, you can use oils. It just really depends on how your skin reacts to it, all right? So now, any questions? I just had to talk about some random questions I think that people would ask about moisturizing and oily skin. And I think those are pretty key. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. All right, so once again, we have the Clear Skin Playbook. All right. I created this guide for you. Those of you guys who, you know, are wanting to get a hold of your skin, your acne. This playbook has everything from skin quizzes, nighttime routine breakdown for you. It also talks about not just routine, but also lifestyle and how a lifestyle affects your skin. All right. So the link is in the comment section, and you can go and get you a copy. All right. And yeah, once again, I'm going to open the floor for any comments, questions, or concerns. If not, your girl is out. Okay, we are going to continue on with the rest of our Saturday. All right. Mm-hmm. Questions. All right. So, thank you for everyone who has tuned into this live. Hopefully, not hopefully. I've been working on changing up my wording. Um, May this have touched somebody or helped somebody in any way when it comes to figuring out acne and your journey with acne and skincare. Of course, the link to the Clear Skin Playbook will be in the comment section. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys who subscribe, like, and join this live. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next live, and have a great Saturday. All right.